as fuck. She said she my eye, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can help it. I'm hood as fuck. I've been on these bitches neck so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my business. You might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on today, sing every word of up tomorrow. I still got cases open. Keep your mouth shut tomorrow. They want me today, then get some sleep. You know it's up tomorrow. Fake, that's what my friend me. Both see, I think y'all should scissor. She bought a chain, I bought the same one, even bigger. She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger. I don't speak dog hoe. I don't care what no say. I stay on her mind. I got condos in that chain. She said she don't fuck with me. Who say that you can't hold? That munching, he gon' eat me like a mango. Long ass week, it be tickling my ass crack. Wonder what I do tomorrow that these hoes will be mad at. Oh yeah, it's sweet, and I always get my lick boo. I thought for my bitches and I'm fighting over dick too.
Can't say your name up in my songs, might not with you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a tomorrow. Ain't to buy no credit score, I might be rich tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a tomorrow. Ain't to buy no credit score, I might be rich tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. You would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today, just sent my five attachment. Why'd you come from me about a man? You back for that, come at me about niggas who I don't even.
Hello. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. On Fridays, we are talking reasonable doubt. Happy to be here with some of my favorite people. Ashley, how you feeling? Are you ready to get into reasonable doubt? Are you muted?
I'm the one muted over here. I am. I'm very, very excited. I just watched it again for the second time or third time, probably, right before this live. I'm ready to get all into the thick of it, and billable BITCH. The faux lot king must be stopped, and I'm ready to give it to him tonight.
Ashley, you blew us so long. EJ, are you ready to get into reasonable doubt?
Yes, I am. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry. I feel like I can't be here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I am so ready to get into this. This was a pretty good episode. All I can say is that, you know what? I will never doubt you again, Ashley. I promise I will not. I won't. I'm gonna leave it there.
We don't get her to glow. And I ain't even pressed the button yet. Y'all know how she is with they sing. I told you so. I told y'all. Lawrence, last but not least, are you ready to get into reasonable doubt?
Wow. I kind of felt like Jax when she said, Ozzy, shut up. This episode right here was one for the record book. She killed me when she said that right there because he was mumbling, fumbling. But anyway, great episode. That ending, though. That ending. I know we'll talk about it. I can't wait.
Wait, what happened here? Happened. What happened at the end? Let me try to
Tyra, please.
I swear I'm drawing a blank.
You remember with Kristen
and Danny.
Yeah. Getting into that, I'm not in love with the episode, y'all. I am not. I normally at this point in the show, I'm like really sitting up because not only is the case really good, but we're getting to our next case. I think that I'm a little disjointed because it feels like the setup over there isn't as strong with whatever that is. And I think what we thought would be the next case maybe isn't. And we're just, we're anticipating something that didn't happen here. But I just want them to get on with it. I want them to get on with it and get on with Ozzy. This was not a bad episode. Like, actor Cal, can't remember last name, Cal, give him some work. He was acting down this episode in their courtroom. He was delivering Jackson her closing arguments. There were really great moments here, but I'm just trying to get her done. The flashback scenes, the actors that they brought, spitting images. You can't tell me that the people wasn't related that they brought to be Mama, Daddy, and Young Monica. It was very on point. But if I want to be honest, I feel like they dragged it a little bit with this case. Lawrence, how did you feel about episode 9?
Well, I think the general consensus is higher the way you're feeling about the dragging on, it's a lot of people currently across social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. A lot of people are just waiting for the next case and see what's going on with Ozzy. Can we go ahead and get this over? I thought this was a solid, good episode. I love the flashback scenes, and shout out to the casting director. They ate that up right there with the casting of Ozzy. So good. But yeah, I thought it was a great episode, and I'm like everybody else. I'm kind of ready to wind down and get down to nitty gritty. This episode 9. We don't know what's gonna happen coming next season, but I'm ready to get to the next case and get this one over with.
Ashley, what about you? Were you in love with this episode?
This is a strong episode. This entire season has been strong from an acting perspective, from a writing perspective. I won't knock them on that, but by the penultimate episode, I need to be fully concrete and seated in the first case being resolved and us opening the door for the second one. And so for that reason, and I do feel like if we're going to do flashbacks, make them super, super meaningful. I would have really wanted to see young Kristen and young Ozzy interacting together, especially if Kristen is going to be, part of this plot at the end. But no, I didn't mind it too much. It was fine. Again, Kyle Barry, is that his name?
Yeah,
Yes.
Barry. Yeah.
Down like sir, get this man something, put him everywhere, because I need to see more of him immediately. I mean, it was fine. I just feel we kind of majored in the minors this episode, and I really, really would have liked us to ease on into what's next. I really wanted this to be concluded. When we got down to it and it was like 4 minutes left, I said, well, I'll be damned. I guess they're not going to just wrap this up with a bow and get us started. But it's fine. I'm here for it. I will not take anything away from the writers, producers, directors, the cast this season. I think they ate down, especially considering what we had for season 2. So I'm giving all the love, all the props as much as I can. And congratulations on your season 4 renewal.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm ready to, get the ball rolling now that it's official. And we saw them celebrating about the season being renewed. We were here for the show. We want to get into that season 4, but we want a reason to get there too. DJ, overall thoughts?
Yeah, I thought that this was a good episode. I was in it. I definitely was there. I did think that we would have our official full answer, no speculation answer. Like I did think that was going to happen here, and that we were going to be moving into, like everybody else thought, we were going to be moving into that next case. I was cool with it though. I was just like, okay, y'all just gonna keep us, and y'all done kept us on pins and needles all this time. Because honestly, I really feel like we should have got the answer back on episode 8. I feel like that would have been the perfect time to drop it, and then we could move on from here. But I mean, it is what it is. I like everyone else. Kyle B. He's doing his thing. Like I believed him. Like honestly, I think this Joker is Ozzy at this point. I was like, I believe you. You are believable. I'm in it. And everybody the young Ozzy, I was like, oh, y'all did that too good. Like he looked like a freaking young Ozzy to me. And I can't wait to talk about this episode, y'all. It was good.
Yeah, I said they related. That's the little big brother because like the gene pool, y'all got that pretty damn accurate. But getting into the episode before we could even get anywhere else, what? I said, what we doing all this smacks? Jax is feeling some type of way about the case and feeling unsure as she should, because per usual, every season she's really, really close. And we left off the last episode with that call from Mama Ozzy, like maybe my son did do it. So she's thinking, if he did, am I just blinded because I'm too close? If I am, do something to make me feel better, Lewis. Give me them slow, like strokes in the dark that I love so much. Give me some of that. And then Ozzy calls, the stripper that he told to get out however many episodes ago. And we eating hella box on kitchen counters. When I tell you the boy's mouth with an F, the mouth was wet. I said, oh my God, why are we here? Why are we here? It was a simultaneous scene. Gladly, it wasn't, too intrusive and a whole lot of nudity. We got what we needed not to get there because Jackson Lewis can go through there. But I just needed to point out that the food coolers was very moist. Yes, it was just supposed to get into the parallels, of course, once again between Jax and Ozzy, and how sometimes not only we gonna use a little weed or drugs or whatever, or even sex to kind of avoid or get our mind off of things. But I was not prepared for that. EJ, how did you feel about the sexual healing two times?
I was like, oh, so we back on this again. Okay. Because I thought, we had been tame for the last couple of episodes. I said, oh, we back here again. Okay. I see what we doing. But I love how they always try to show this entire season, which I thought was really, really genius. They've always showed what's happening with Jax and Ozzy. It's always parallel of what's going on with those two. And I really enjoyed that particular aspect of it because I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know if Jax is being naive when it comes to Ozzy or if I don't know. I think I got a soft spot for Ozzy right now. So I'm gonna give him a lot of grace this episode, y'all. A lot of it. I just think that these two are going through similar things. They have similar traumas when it's all said and done, and they just acting out. They are very much alike.
Ashley, how did you feel about that sexual healing?
I just wanted to know if this is the 304 that he had yeeted on the
It
bed that
is.
night. He
It
threw her
is.
over the edge. Oh, okay. I want to feel good. Make me feel good is what it gave. I'm just glad it was age appropriate. I'm glad that he wasn't intimate with a predator this time and them hypersexualizing it up. Folot King couldn't bust a grape over here. Do you hear me? Get away from me. There's nothing you can do, you weak shell of a man. Like every chance they get, he ruins it. He opens his mouth and he punks out like a little B-I-B-I. I despise Lewis's character. What good are you? It's bad when a man is good for nothing. What are you good for, sir? You're not even good for slinging good dingaling. Those are not good sex scenes. They're not steam heat. They don't give anything. It's bad when defective Ozzy is over there going to Munchtown better than King of the Folocks ever could. Get him out of there and off my screen. Were the wet lips and stash a bit much? Absolutely. It was dripping. I said, well, he went to work. He's a certified munch. He and Daniel can join the Munch Eaters Club. And that's fine. But yeah, it was okay. Girl, I wasn't expecting it. I get perklimped a little bit. It was fine. I don't want to see the Folot King and Jax hunch anymore. I'm over it. We've seen it enough. I'd rather be over there with Billable Bill and Sally Hemings.
Oh Lord. See Golden, please. Why that woman show up to Ozzy's house in that color purple? Lawrence, how did you feel about this scene?
Um, yeah, that boy Ozzy, he's an eater. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, he's good at finger banging as well. You know what I'm saying? They got to bring back that art. Ozzy said we got to bring back the art of finger banging. I get it. I could have dealt without all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like EJ said, I can't believe we're kind of back to Jackson Lewis getting it on. We saw it earlier in the previous season. With the previous season, I didn't need this right here. This really did nothing for me, honestly. I'm just like, okay. I guess both of them had to get their rocks off. I guess both Ozzy and Jax were stressed, and the good way to relieve stress is, to get freaky deaky, and that's what both of them was doing. But this really did nothing for me.
Say it isn't so. 'Cause I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know we were gonna get any more. I don't think we got this much when she was over there with Michael Ealy. They just been having their way this season.
You're right.
Let's just get Daniel out the way.
Oh, we got some good steam heat over there with Michael Ealy. We
No,
got
it
some
was good. It was good moments.
Okay.
Spectacular moments. I said they didn't not as often,
Oh, okay. Yeah, we
a whole lot. I'm so disappointed in Daniel. I'm so disappointed in Daniel. Daniel is all down in the boardroom. Yeah, Daniel, did you get that down? So what do you think, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you said, Jackson. Whatever you or Bill said is what goes. Yeah, I'm on it. I gotta go. He is so distracted and can't focus because he's trying to get to Christy. I gotta make sure Christy's okay. I gotta find her and do my work there. All of this, maybe trying to get her out of her own way because it maybe feels like she's about to fly off the deep end, leaving that ominous ass message like, don't come find me. Meanwhile, you leave a map and text where you at. Girl, you know this man was coming. I love you. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go after that. I love you. With everything that Daniel has been through and how he's been on the job, I guess we should expect him to be changed because we've never seen him get any coot nanny or be with a woman or be in love. But Lord, you do have a job to do, and we don't want to lose that, and we don't want you to get hurt in the process. Can you use some common sense? EJ, did you feel a way about Daniel, or did you expect this because he finally got some coochie this season?
Well, I didn't expect him to let the coochie go to his head. I mean, because at the end of the day, your job is your job. And not only, and I keep saying this, I think I say this every time, his job doesn't just affect him. His job affects someone's life. The way that he does his job, this whole investigation part of it is so pertinent that if you mess it up, then someone could lose their life in prison because you out here chasing after Christy, for crying out loud. Like, you need to be able to separate these two things. You have to be able to separate your private life from your personal life. The problem is that he crossed the line when he made the private and personal go like this. There's no way he should ever have gotten involved with Christy. She is a super bad case. And like I said, Ashley, I'm got to give you your props because this was the first episode that I really started to think about how mentally unstable all of these people are, but Christy is very much there as well, and Daniel is about to be right there being dragged right into it because you are dealing with something that you just don't know how to deal with. Like, I'm sorry, Daniel is not a therapist. The trauma that she has is too deep for him to be trying to deal with. Daniel just needs to give it up. Daniel is on my nerves. Sorry, on my nerves.
Lawrence.
For the life of me, I can't really tell for Daniel, is it love or is it simply lust? I think he's so far deep in it right now, literally with Kristen, you know what I'm saying? And the job situation is not even on his mind. He's literally his only care, his only concern is really about Kristen. Like, he doesn't really care, I don't think, more about this case because this man is drunk in love, Beyonce, Jay-Z vibes when it comes to Kristen. Like, as the old folks say, his head's completely blown up. Yeah, he's head over heels for Kristen, but I don't know. It's not the same, I think when it comes to her. Of course, we know she's just using him. I truly believe that. But then again, if you never truly experienced love or anything like that, Daniel's too blind to see.
This is love, Lawrence. Ashley, is this love?
I fear Daniel has simply just never talked into the box before. I really think he may have been a virgin. I think this is infatuation far more than it is any kind of love. I think with love, there's got to be more, right? And the way he's even been moving with her, operating in silence, not coming out and asking her direct questions, sneaking around. I'm gonna say that's infatuation and lust. He's thinking with his micropene, and I hate that for him. I really do, because I think this is setting him up to be unalived. Now, I'm not gonna say we're throwing Daniel away, but I know that lady has a blicky in her hand at the end. And I fear, Daniel, you've gotten too close, and she's not tight, baby. And I don't think you're the coochie whisperer. I don't think he can talk her down off that ledge if she gets into a tizzy. And I think that he doesn't even know her capabilities. Like, I think he's got a roundabout idea. I think he's got some suspicions, but I think that micropene is ruining him. I think it's messing up his brain. I think he doesn't know how to function or how to act at this point, and I think he's setting himself up for the okie doke. I said it before, I'll say it again. When men get that first piece of cat, Tyra, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. I think it's a setup. It's a scheme set up by Todd and them, and I think I don't know. I won't say he'll be unalived, but I do think he's going to get hurt in this, and not just mentally or emotionally. She might cut him. Tyra, this is very dangerous, and I want to know if he saw the ripped out page out of his journal and still decided to go there. That's what I want to know. Daniel's operating weird. I wouldn't trust him he'd be fired. If I'm Jax, after all this is said and done, you're fired.
Dang.
I can't trust you anymore. I can't. If you let crazy cooch take you down through there, I can't trust you, sir. No.
That shit made Daniel a whole virgin.
I
We
didn't
don't
say
want that.
all Asians have micropeens. Daniel just looks like he has a micropene. The character.
Where is that? Did somebody send it in the chat?
Yes.
Lord. Now, getting into these flashbacks, child, I wasn't finna hump for Monica. I was mad that they took us over there with Monica and didn't bother to give us any Kristen. I was like, why do we need to see her on him? But The flashbacks were great. Like we said, it was just chef's kiss as far as the characters that they got to portray these people. But we get more into mom's intuition and the family dog and this chocolate. I said, since when y'all got a dog? Now you got a dog. Now we have this dog and this chocolate incident. But it wasn't just the mere chocolate. It was some whole lot of chocolate. It was giving, the precursor that something's wrong with your kids, ma'am. She wasn't trying to hear it. Mom is extremely in denial. It's giving. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants this life. I wanted this life. I wanted this opportunity, and you get it, and you're complaining. No, we're doing this, and the uppers and the downers. You got to be there. We get all into the lifestyle that we're expecting Ozzy to have. And we get into like more tantrums and just Monica being Monica. This for me and how we ended off the episode, I will say I am not completely sure that it is still just all Kristen. I feel like something is up. The show is not flowing like I feel like it should for a reason, with them kind of giving us an open and shut type situation. Like, it's like if we know that it's Kristen, because by the time this episode started and we got this chocolate, I was like, Lord, Ashley was right. Ashley was right. It's just it's her. But I think that we've been kind of moving. Is it just her? Was it her and Monica? Was it her and Monica and Mama? Was it Daddy? Who was it, or was it just Ozzy? I'm still not completely withdrawn from it being Ozzy. And maybe the family just assisting to cover it up. And not even just the family, maybe just sister, or I don't know. Something is off with the way that they are presenting this. And not just Ozzy, just the parallels of Jax making it so personal. And oh, this sweet, innocent boy, I'm the only one here. I have to protect him. I see myself in him. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I'm like, what? I feel like maybe we're getting to the point in the show that they need to shake it up, and this is where Jax gets it wrong. Just maybe. I think that would be an ultimate, like, oh snap. Like, Jax always wins. She always figures it out. She always knows. But throughout the season, she's been having an issue getting close and close to these cases, and it feels like we're getting all of this foreshadowing and these warnings from the partners, and then you throw in like a billable bill, and it's this contingent like, well, I know what I'm doing. I do this the same way, like every single case, and I win. I get results. Like, this shouldn't be any different. But she's too close to this to the point of bringing him home. I don't know. And I felt like this entire episode, I was like, okay, when are we going to get the flashback with Kristen and Mama and Daddy and Ozzy and kind of see? They didn't show her. So I'm like, are they saving something for the next episode as far as a flashback with her? I just feel like we're missing something and it's not as obvious as we think. But Ashley, I'm going to come back to you. How did you feel about seeing Monica? That was to be expected, but the whole incident with the dog and the tantrums and Mama just really living her best life when Ozzy's drowning.
Yeah. Say I knocked one more time. I said, Ozzy, are you about to throw this statue at this young boy? Ozzy, what is wrong with you? As he's pleasuring himself behind the counter, damn it. It's some sick-ish. It's some real sick and twisted stuff with Monica. But I agree with what you guys said earlier as far as the casting for the younger version. I enjoyed that. But again, that was my main point of contention is why didn't we see young Kristen? They didn't cast these good black people just for one episode. So surely we will get the full rundown of who Kristen has been her entire life. And I also agree, Tyra. I just really felt like this was about him being the golden child and her feeling left out. But I don't necessarily think she did it alone. I'm still down for it being a collaborative effort, but her hand's all over it. Kristen, her hands all over it, and she was definitely a part of it. As far as this, I thought it was very interesting to kind of get into his psyche and really the deflection and denial of the mom. Because even when the vet's saying, you need to stick to taking care of dogs, this is my son, and how just strict they were, no, you can't have any toast today. You no carbs for you. You're doing X, Y, or Z. Mom, I'm struggling. I don't want to do this anymore. Ozzy, what are you talking about? You're a black actor. You got to be there on time. Get up. We're going to get this money. And that was kind of mom's role with him. And it was really, really sad. Even when we see his explosion and him trying to, raise up on the PA, what's going on here? But we don't see any follow through with that. I think as long as Ozzy was performing and I can control him with these uppers, these downers, these others, just to get him to act how I want in the moment, Ozzy, your spirit and your soul and everything else be damned at this point. He was crying out. He was telling the truth. And I think what's sad, as much as Ozzy's personal situation was ignored, I think multiply that times 100 for Kristen, right? Because you're really the one just vying for attention, doing all these things. And clearly, all of your focus was on Ozzy. I do think it would have been more impactful to start with Kristen here and carry over to the next episode. But I think it was fine. These actors did well also, but Mama's diabolical. I don't think I can forgive Mama for even just the little interactions we saw in the past. I don't know if I can forgive her, because if you really thought your son was this sick and he was capable of unaliving the dog and doing a plethora of other things, right, that weren't necessarily discussed, how do you not get him the help that he needs? Like, how do you do that and then act surprised now at 25 when something like this happens? That pisses me off, and I don't know if I can forgive her for that.
All the time that mom has spent making sure that the ship keeps rolling, I'm not going to just cast her aside as far as how much involved she was. Like, we really don't know. EJ?
Yep. I am definitely on this team situation. Like, I definitely think that it was multiple people. And I think that the mom, I've never taken her off my, she's not coming off the board. Mama is complicit in something, whether she knows it, whether she's a part of it. Mom knows who did it, how they did it. And she might have even been involved in having, if Kristen is the one who carried it out, she might have been involved in, like, let's get this done. I don't know, but I just don't trust the mom. The mom has just been on shaky ground for a long time. And getting this flashback just really solidified what I thought about the mama, that she was super trash and that she overlooked things on purpose. Not that she didn't see them, but she did it purposefully because she wanted this lifestyle, because she wanted this. This was something that was for her. This wasn't for Ozzy, because best believe if your child comes to you and says that they don't like something, that they don't want to do something anymore, your job as a parent is to remove them from that situation, because there is a reason why they're saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't care that it provides for the family and all of that. Your job is to provide for the family. That is not his job to provide for the family. And to put that type of stress on him is wrong on parents in general. Like, I get it. I get that parents want their kids to be these stars, yada, yada, yada. But what do these kids really want? You know, and Ozzy is just an example of what we have seen play out in real life, to be honest. And I just hated that for Ozzy. And this was one of the moments where I really started to feel for Ozzy, because I ain't really felt that much for Ozzy over these last several episodes. I ain't felt too much for him, but I really felt for him here because I see how impactful his mom played. I mean, she played a huge part in it. And I was sad that we didn't really get to see the dad at all, to see him balance things out. He doesn't balance anything out. What he been doing? Sleeping with Vanessa all this time? Like, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, where has he been? And why does mom have so much control and he's not doing anything? Like, you're supposed to be the head of the family, right? This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to lead. But your son has been drowning, and you have been mama's bitch this entire time. We saw that in the car. Like, what are you doing, sir? Like, that just really pissed me off, that mom is just this level of so focused on just making him do this. And then when you see that there's everybody know that if they do something to the animal, even if you think it, like, we know that Ozzy didn't do it, but even if you think it, we need to be moving. We need to be in some therapy. We need to be in something. Something needs to happen. But she didn't even do that. And I'm just like, how could you not do that as a parent? Like, it was just a horrible situation.
You don't put nothing past this woman. I don't put her trying to put Monica on him for control past. I don't put anything past her at this point, because she's still at this moment and they just kind of cast her aside and we didn't see her anymore. And I'm sure that was for a reason. She stood to, like, not gain anything from Wendy being there. She was going to lose her position, right? She wasn't going to be manager anymore. So yeah, I think she's diabolical. And she manipulated, like, that episode when Daddy was like, well, you didn't tell me you were going to do that. Well, I did it. So now what? Well, I guess I'm just going to be going to jail all about Ozzy and this tape. I don't know. Like, they all just whipped right into submission. Why? Ain't no telling, she probably got full control over Kristen and everything. Just sick. Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm starting to connect the dots more than ever. I really do believe that it might have been Kristen and the mother on top of the death when it comes to Wendy. Now, because the mother decided to turn a blind eye to Ozzy's mental health issues growing up as a child, 25 years later, when you turn that blind eye, it is still haunting the family because, like EJ said, she wanted this lifestyle. And a lot of times we don't know this as parents as well. A lot of times we don't know, for example, if the mother wanted to be an actress back in her day, right? It could be a possibility that she saw something in her son. She decided to put him in those acting lessons, and now she's living her dream through the son. That could be a possible theory that's out there. But I would also would have loved a family dynamic with the mom, dad, sister, everybody, so I could see the entire trajectory of the entire past of the family. But no, this mother right here is absolutely horrible. Yeah, I did feel bad for Ozzy when he had that one scene with him. He was sitting there with his shirt off, like he wanted to cry because the words his mom was saying. And it kind of felt like after a while, when you're in the industry like this right here, it doesn't feel like work. A lot of times it can feel like slavery, right? And I think that's what we have seen a lot of times with Ozzy because the mom ultimately wanted lifestyle. The mom decided to turn a blind eye, started trying to get her son some help, but that comes with pride, and now that comes also with the fall.
I don't know. I was like, because y'all know for however many episodes, we were like, where are the parents? Where's his mom? Where she been hiding because she guilty. She been in hiding with that man, trying to make sure his mouth kept closed. And I was over there looking at that daddy, and all he was doing was throwing his penis around. He ain't do nothing to nobody. Lewis, I have forgot all about this man. We didn't revisit this quick enough. So when he rolled up with his sorry excuses and these poor results on the job, like you already had to do on the job training against Lewis and the team's better judgment because yeah, we don't need those type of lawsuits. Lewis, do better, sir. You get back to work. Praise all high. He comes in here, work late and wrong yet again. Oh yeah, it was 2 days late. Well, yeah, I got it in. Yeah, that wouldn't have mattered if it was correct. It's still wrong, man. Man, I got a baby on the way. I don't give a damn what you got going on. Like, Lewis is not standing on anybody's business. As hard as Lewis worked to get here and how he was feeling like a shell of a man because Jax would throw that, who you think paying the bills up in here, Lewis? As Ashley would say, Lewis. Who gonna take care of these kids, Lewis? Who gonna pay the mortgage, Lewis? Yeah, now I finally got my own thing. I'm not just, the stay-at-home dad. I have my dream of, the company and the gaming, and it's a big thing. And then we get here and we're jeopardizing it for who? For some loser who's clearly lazy and inequipped to do his job, talking about he got a baby on the way. Lewis let this man go. I was so happy at first. He was like, what? I don't need anybody's permission. You work underneath me. You're a liability. You need to go. Man, I wasn't going to say nothing, but, all right. I'll give you another chance. Why? Ashley, I'm going to let you go first.
We know why. Because the faux lock king of America is trash. He's a simp. Like I said, he's a fraction, a shell, an incomplete man. He's a half man. The fact that dude came in there, Lewis, standing strong. I said, oh, is he actually going to stand on business today? Is he actually going to do what he needs to do for his livelihood? And we know it's not enough. We know it's not a lot. We know Jackson's still the breadwinner, and you better be home to make her dinner, Lewis. But I really did in this moment think he's going to stand up. He's going to be a man because this man done punked him. Even in this conversation, he punked you and said, what about your boss? How does he feel about it? Does he know what you're about to do? Really? Right. And then begging for your job, and Lewis, oh, man, it's got to be perfect next time. Ho, what is wrong with you? Like, Faux Lock King better not ever go to jail. He will be washing somebody's drawers in the toilet. I can't take it. I'm over him. I'm sick of it. It's such a turnoff. It's such a Sahara Desert inducer down there. I don't know how Jax gets moist for him. I really, really don't. It's sickening. It really is. To see a man move about in the world this way is sick. Because what good are you? Who are you going to defend, Lewis? Who are you going to take care of, Lewis? When your daughter comes home with a roughneck who's honking outside instead of knocking on the door, who's going to check them, Lewis? And have the audacity to call Billable Bill, Billable B. I want to see y'all go toe-to-toe. I guarantee you that psychopath would wear the Faux Lock King out. I'm disgusted. Listen, I hope he loses his job. He deserves to lose it at this point because you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted to lead. And like the man said, it takes a special person to be a leader. Lewis, United, Buki. Go back to the drawing board. Go back on the floor and do what they do because you can't run nothing. You can't run nothing, Lewis. I hate it. I hate it. And here's what it is, y'all. Deep down on the inside, I hate this portrayal of a black man on TV. Like, this is not what I need to see as a father, as a husband, as a black man, period. We don't want none weak like this. And you can't even say, oh, he's being compassionate. He's got too big a heart. Lewis just don't like confrontation. He's a punk and he's scared. Because you still ain't hit Eddie Kane Jr. like you need to. I still want to see the fight. You kickboxing, you can hit a bag, but you can't hit a man. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
This is why I let you go first, right there. EJ over there dying. Lawrence, I want to come to you.
I
How did
mean,
you feel about this?
what was there? What else is there to say? Ashley just gave us a mic drop. She literally said it all. She said it all. Like, I mean, Mr. C plus plus is back in the picture. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect to see this right here. He did mention, how you gonna fire me? Don't you gotta talk to old boy? Lou's like, nah, I run the show here. This is just one of those scenes I really could have done without. I didn't need Mr. C plus plus and Lewis back into the scenario. But again, Ashley did a mic drop, y'all. I ain't got nothing to say about this one.
EJ?
I over here trying to wipe my tears because why, Ash? Why you do that man like that? Listen, there's not really much to say. I absolutely agree with Ashley when it comes to this. Like, this was the moment. Like, maybe you might have got caught the last time, but this moment right here, this man did the same exact thing over again. There was no reason to keep him. There was no reason to even be nice. He already showed you that he'll throw you under the bus. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, we got. Listen, they the ancestors and all that type of stuff for a reason, because they be having knowledge and wisdom, and when they tell us stuff, we need to listen. How did he not listen to this? I just don't understand it. It didn't make sense to me, and I was waiting on Lewis to say, it's done. Like, I'm petty, so I know that when this moment came, I would have been like, yep, you gotta go. Like, and it wouldn't have even been another thought. I just would have looked back down and kept doing what I was doing and kept it pushing. Period. Just dumb. And now this is gonna come back. Y'all know it's coming back. It's coming back again.
The only way it could is for Lewis to lose his job. It's like, that's where we're going. You're gonna lose your damn job, Lewis.
Exactly.
all about somebody else's incompetence. This is crazy. Like, I'm just waiting for the break in the relationship so we can just go our separate ways, and Jax can get whatever man she needs, because it's never been Lewis.
The only thing, if I can say this right quick, the only thing this really could have done for me, if Lewis could have gave him, I don't know, some kind of monologue about being in the workplace as a black man in corporate America, you know what I'm saying, showing Mr. C plus plus that, you know, you gotta be out here on your P's and Q's. That's the only thing it really could have done for me. But other than that, I could have dealt without it.
I just wish Lewis would have did all of that and said, yeah, you're fired. Let's just go off of that and let you go run your mouth and do whatever you need to do. Now, child, Lewis, once again, baby, when Chelsea walked up and Lewis did everything, but are you okay, Lewis? Are you okay? Little Chelsea came, oh my God, who are you? Clutching them damn pearls. He needs some pearls and a dangling earring. Just one cross dangling right there. I swear, I said, really, I understand somebody. Like, oh my God, what do you want? I only have cash. What do you want? Don't rob me. Lewis say, take everything. Just don't kill me. Chelsea walks up. We thought that she was gonna walk on up to the house and maybe introduce herself to Jax herself, but no, she tries to use Lewis as a buffer. I wonder why. Yeah, he don't know no better. Let me go to him. Everybody just knows. Everybody's just reading you. But she's like, yeah, I want to sit down. Just give me that window to let Jax know who Eddie really is. You know, did he ask her for money yet? Do you know about this? And they really just sent me. And he was like, you know, hey, well, why don't you call Eddie dad or like father? You know, that's reserved for dads like you. You know, real man like you, Lewis, not for Eddie. I was like, shut up, Chelsea. But I mean, the way Lewis was sitting here, you know, I'll think about it. I don't know. Jack said he's gonna go run tell that. He's gonna try to facilitate it. A couple of episodes ago, he was already trying to get Jax to play big sister. You know, hey, I think you need to sit down. Chelsea don't mean anybody any good, even if Eddie is trash. So is she. She trying to get to this bag, and Eddie is taking too long. So I need you to run interference, Lewis, because I know you dumb enough to do so, and I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot. I'm not gonna go to Ashley first.
Don't come to me.
PJ, how did you feel about this?
Yes, y'all giving Lewis the business today. Listen, I
Right?
can't help you, Lewis. You did this one on this episode. I was like, for once, I'm finally seeing what everybody else is seeing. Jeez, Louise, I hate this for Lewis, but it is what it is. I mean, shoot. I mean, she is definitely finessing him. She knew exactly who to go to for the finesse. I mean, that's all it is the setup. He's gonna take this back to Jax. He's going to petition for her. He already don't like the dad. All this did was solidify it, and boom, now I'm really gonna go. Yep, he's just gonna push this on Jax, but he's pushing the setup. This is the big setup. I mean, it is what it is, and Lewis is gonna be right there. And I'm like, dang it, Lewis, dang it, can't even help you with this one. I'm sorry. It is what it
Lord.
is.
I just want to know why in the world you're getting off your job. Why are you startled by a woman's voice? Excuse me, sir. Now, if it was another man saying, "Yo, sir," I understand. Blues would have been like, "Yo, who that?" It's a woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? And women can tell the difference between a beta male and an alpha male. And I hate to say those terms. Shout out to Kevin Lewis, but I really hate to say those terms right there. That man Lewis is without a doubt a beta male. But yeah, they're gonna set it up like EJ said. You know what I mean? He's gonna go back to Jax, try to talk her down and to get him to know Chelsea, and Jax is gonna be angry at him and get upset, and Lou's gonna pretend like he has a heart for Chelsea all of a sudden, and it's gonna be a complete mess. It's gonna blow up in his face. I'm just hoping that next season that they can write Lewis with a little bit more male masculinity. That's all I'm saying. There's no way you're gonna get startled by a little 5'4" midget woman coming up to you, bro. I'm just saying, like, they gotta write a little bit better.
Ain't right.
We already see.
This is
We already
it.
see.
I knew Laura. I knew Lewis went about that life when she was kikiing all up in that man's face down at the diner. And he got out that car like he was about to do something. Let me go in this back in this damn car because you weren't finna confront nobody. He's a non-confrontational type of man, and nothing's wrong with that. It's the fact that he pretends like he isn't. Don't do that.
Right.
Actually, jump scare. Lewis said, "Jump scare! Oh my God! Don't take my valuables."
The Follock King. Here's the thing. You had your little spy cam, right? You knew the secret, so you didn't seen Chelsea before. How slow can you be? So not only now are you weak and just a punk, now you're just slow as well, right? And then to make matters, he's a dangerous man because here's the thing. I would never want to be covered in marriage to a man like this who's gonna bring the trash home. We know Chelsea's trash. We know whatever her scheme, plot plan is a plot plan of the enemy. We already know that she is up to no good around there. I'm surprised she didn't throw some coochie at him. And watch him fold and crumble and fall. Because Follock King, all you need to do is stroke his ego. He's such a delicate and fragile being that anyone who comes up and strokes his... That's what happened with the baby mama, right? Oh, you're such a good man, Lewis. You always show up for your kids. You're always here at the school doing the PTA mom thing. All Chelsea need to do is rub on his leg and say, you're a good man. You're so strong, Lewis. I bet you could defend me. That's all she needed to do. And so, yes, he's going to make the introduction and they're probably going to rob him blind. Lewis might start paying her bills on the side. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
I don't trust anything about this man. He's so weak. And I fear that's what simps are made of. Those men that are just so wily and apt to cheat is because they're slow like him. I really, really firmly believe he needs these words of affirmation. He likes to be coddled. He likes to be told, you're still big and tall. Like, he likes that mess. And Chelsea knows what to do. Chelsea's an old hoe. We already found out. The daddy said you had your baby daddy at 16, your baby daddy at 21, and another baby daddy at 27. Chelsea, we know it ain't nothing to pull it out and put it, bust open a draw leg. We know it's nothing for you, sister. And as far as Eddie Kane Jr., we know he's diabolical. We know he's up to no good. We been knew that. And this is his child. This is his offspring. And Lewis is going to go right home, open up the door and say, Chelsea, come on in. This is going to wreak havoc. This is going to be chaos. And they're going to lose a bag, all behind Lewis being a simp, weak ass man. In my opinion.
It's about to be something diabolical. This is what has
Mhm.
me unsure and why I feel like they have us waiting. Because I think we've been waiting all season for Billable Bill to Billable Bill. What if he's not the next case? What if it's Chelsea's ass or Eddie? It could be over there and we can keep it in the family. We don't know what she's coming with. The way he was jumping in the parking lot, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We just gonna wait. I like not knowing though. I just didn't think it would take this long. Now let's get on over here into Ozzy. Say he don't know no better. You know Ozzy a little slow. Say damn, say goddamn, Jax. Say you know he a little touched, he a little slow. He couldn't have committed those murders. What, Wendy? You think he's capable of killing someone, hiding evidence, and wiping prints off of guns? And then Ozzy, that slow little boy right there. Yeah, let's go on put that on the jurors. Now we ain't gonna tell them about that. We're gonna use him and act like he's slowing them down at the trial. We ain't gonna say that. We just gonna keep it to ourselves. We just gonna bring him on down to the courtroom and show everybody that I know that you know that we all know that Ozzy slow. Goddamn Jack. I don't know why all of that cracked me up, but besides that cracking me up, the acting here was so great. It was so great. I said, "Baby, you ain't gotta deliver like this on Hulu Network, boy. You better come outside." He said, "Y'all gonna put me in the game, coach. Y'all gonna give me some roles after this. Y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna use this." This was so great. I believed all of it. He's like, I never could. I didn't have permission to. I don't know where it is, but I couldn't even lead him with directions. I never did. I didn't shoot that gun. It was. I don't know. I didn't even do my own damn grocery shopping. I've never been allowed to be anything other than Ozzy Edwards, the actor. My whole damn life is curated and controlled. I don't know. Say, oh, somebody hug him. The fact that we made the lawyer sit down, he was like, hell, I can't argue against that. No more questions, goddamn. Let me sit down. He don't know. He don't know his left from his right foot. Let me just go and sit down. This was great. Now, getting into Ozzy and the family and whatever they might be doing, that's always going to be that because the entire family is just down bad. But I just wanted to say he was delivering so well in this scene, and I was like, oh, claps in a circle. EJ, what did you think about this?
Yeah, this is my favorite part of this entire episode right here. Because just when I thought that Ozzy was about to lose it, I said, dang it, did Ozzy take drugs? Like, what did Ozzy do? Like, is he gonna mess up? Like, even I didn't believe in Ozzy. Like, I was with Bill. I was like, don't put him on the stand. Ozzy is gonna go crazy. Don't do it. But then it was just genius. Like the way that Jax played it to where we don't tell him what we're doing. We just kind of let him do what he does, right? And then the way he delivered it, I thought it was amazing. Like when he came back with that last line, and when the lawyer asked him, and he was like, "I don't know how to get there," I said, "Damn it, I wanted to give him a hug, Tyra." Like this is the moment when I literally felt so bad for Ozzy, and I had all the empathy in the world for him, and I just was cussing out that mama and his whole family, like everybody except for him. I was like, this is not Ozzy's fault. Even if Ozzy did it, it's not his fault. It's all their fault. They are the reason why Ozzy is the way he is, and I can't help but feel bad for him. And I do think that he just needs, he just needs he does need a good hug. He needs a good hug. He needs a kiss on the forehead in a motherly way, okay? Not that Monica way. And he just needs, what I'm saying? He needs somebody to sit down and talk with him, play Uno with him, teach him how to play spades. Like he needs to have the whole experience. That's it.
But it's the fact that we could still be wrong. He could still be acting. He could be acting down, like for real. When he said, at the store where you get the rope store. I said the rope store, Ozzy. Like he could still be acting. If we are like all the way off and he's acting and he straightens up his tie and is giving the usual suspects at the end of this season, I'm like, well, I'll be damn. That was sitting me. He could still be very much so guilty here in acting, and he's putting on. I really want him to be. I don't know why. I really want Jax to be wrong. I want her to be so wrong and just thrown off because he is not who I thought he was. That would be good TV. Lawrence, how did you feel about this?
Woo! Shout out to that boy Cal Berry, man. With him playing the Aussie, with him not doing anything, I don't know. I've never washed my own clothes. I've never been to Walmart. Somebody always done something for me. I don't know where the cabin is. They drove me to the cabin. Listen, he is. He listen. This guy is so good. He very well still could be literally acting. I really do think him and Jax they was basically kind of like improving on that stage. 'Cause if you remember, they said something about improv earlier also in the episode, right? And he even like one of y'all said that he had Ortiz stumped. Yeah, he did. But there was one point I want to point out. When he said the words guilty, right? We saw the camera pan at Bill and everybody else in the courtroom. And I said in my review, why did you say the word guilty? I know you said guilty when he was like, oh, I let Wendy down. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
About me going back to uh, smoking or whatever. That's the one word I think he should not have said because that can play into the psychological aspect of the judge of the jury, if you get my point. But no, he's great. This scene right here was probably one of the best top five scenes with Ortiz, Jax, and Ozzy on that stand together.
I'm telling y'all, I don't trust it. I think Ozzy is the ultimate manipulator. I would have gave him this 100% if I didn't think he was calculated in the last episode. And I could have took these drugs, but I didn't. I'm going to give them back to you. I think he's been
Mhm.
manipulating her from the beginning.
Mhm. He probably guilty as shit, girl. I'm just saying, but he sold it.
If you go back and rewatch, you guys probably have watched it. There's a noticeable shift as soon as Jax introduces the possibility of him being capable. And he's like, "Oh, this is my cue. Like this is my time to shine."
Mm-hmm.
There's a noticeable transition. So I would not be surprised if this was an act because 5 minutes before or the earlier that day, he doesn't even know if he did it or not. So now you've got all of this confidence that you didn't. I think this is the work of a consummate performer. That's what I'm saying. Ozzy, you better act down. Period. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say it did remind me if y'all watched that old reality show with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie when they talk about Walmart and they said, "Do they sell wall stuff there?" That's exactly what he reminded me of on the stand. But no, acted down. I need to see him everywhere. Like we need black actors, young male black actors in the space where it's good black actors in the space right now in all spaces. I'm excited because he's been a force this season. I'm excited to see what else he has to offer. But yeah, I'm not surprised if this was an act. We know that he's been acting since he's 3 years old. And I loved how he didn't let hubris, pride, or ego get into it. Like, okay, this is the chart that Jax has planned out. All right, I can do this. I can act this. It doesn't matter what they think of me. Like, I just don't want to be guilty ultimately. And I think that is what turns on. I think he's always going to turn on in front of an audience. I really love the demonstration, the display. I loved Billable Bill over there acting shocked and amazed. And I liked how Jax didn't even know. And she's always so confident and on top of it, but really not knowing in the moment how this is going to play out. Like, oh, damn it, Ozzy, you said you was guilty. Guilty of loving you, Wendy. Like, I thought it was great too. EJ, I saw your comment. I thought he used it well. I feel as though the jury is eating out of his hands at this point. When the DA sits down and is like, well, I guess I don't have nothing else to say. I was like, oh, he got the jury. The jury is
Yeah.
eating, unless they can come up with something super crazy in the final hour.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy's getting off, in my opinion, based on that testimony.
Know. I think it's going to be interesting because I was over there with Ozzy and Daddy. You can tell me Daddy wasn't the culprit and Ozzy didn't take out Wendy, and this has been an act. I think we're all going to just be kind of thrown because it's like if he is, how is everybody else involved? And is everybody phenomenal? Because they like we keep saying we think Mama really wanted to get into her acting bag. She could be acting this entire episode, just acting. She's better. Like
Mm-hmm.
oh, and she did over that phone call to Jack's last episode. It really gave acting. It gave acting. Like, I don't
I think
know.
he did.
I think it was acting. Like and
Yes, second. Yeah.
very much. Bill, I know everything. Oh. Bill is stressed. Bill is stressed. I'm on your side, Jax. I just, look at me. Who offered you the deal? Just tell me who did it. Give me a name. I already know what's going on here. Bill is stressed out. You see, I got stuff to lose here. I need to do closing arguments. I need to make sure my checks are coming because the lady is coming with a bag. She want to divorce me for real. She not letting me back in the house. I didn't know what we were supposed to do with the information. Like, yeah, I know about you and Sally. Like, and Sally's grown ass woman, Jax. Is it cute? No, but hey. But even in the response of, what is your problem with me? It's me. What is your problem? I was like, we all leaned in, like, well, what is it? We've been waiting. It's just like, oh, you're just all cavalier. You're just throwing everything around. I'm just supposed to follow your lead. Like, you're risking and all it's been this entire time. It's just you're risking my
No.
life, my job, who I could be down here at the farm. You're set. Your name's on the building, not mine. I'm trying to make a window for myself, and you might be messing it up. I need this, Jax. That's all he said. That's all he said. Then she said, you know what? Hey, I need you to show and prove. You're going to be on my side, stand firm in it. And of course, we know what he did later in the episode, trying to be underhanded. But I don't know. Ashley Bill said that's all that this is about. Nothing else.
Heck, we already know Billable Bill. He's got masks under his bed, Tyra. It's coming out in the finale. This was cute. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me give her some information. I already know it, Bill. I did appreciate that finally Jax did some homework and got the full tea on what was going on with Bill. And he let it slip too easily. He let it slip too easily, which makes me think it was on purpose. Like, yeah, I want you to know this. It's fine that you know this because I got something in my bag for you in the finale. Because this isn't the extent. It's not just the divorce. It's just not the money. Y'all not gonna feed that to me. I don't take it. I don't believe it. What I will say, I was very interested in him feeling like he had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to try to do a closing on a case he barely has gotten up there to say anything on. Like, are you crazy, fool? So I did appreciate that good read that Jax gave him in that matter. But the full craziness of Bill has yet to be revealed. Don't let the smooth taste fool you, y'all. Don't let this fool you. This like, oh, she just punked me. This is, oh, I'm gonna get it back in blood. Like, he already don't like Jax. There's already something underneath the surface, y'all. Watch, wait and see. But no, I'm glad it all came out and Jax checked them partners and did everything that she wanted to know, 69 and 86 and all that. But yeah, no, this isn't Bill. This isn't it. That was cute, writers. You didn't fool me though. I know who Bill is. I know it.
Saving that mess. Bill pop out. Yeah, you remember you got my brother sent to prison in '03. Like, what? Really? Don't be doing no magical stuff. EJ, does Bill have mask underneath the bed?
Yes, he absolutely does. Like I don't trust Bill. I don't trust Bill as far as I can throw him, okay? Bill definitely has mask under the bed. Bill is not being honest. There has to like nobody just wakes up one day and just has this disdain for someone who you should be actually enamored with. Like you should be like looking at her like what you could possibly be. Like she's the blueprint. So why would you look at her and with this disdain from that very first episode we saw the way he looked at her, and he wouldn't have even been on this case. Like, so I don't think it has anything to do with that. Like he faked his way into this case with that black wife, right? That's how he even got in there. And then now that you're in there, and I get it, like you no longer have this black wife, so now all of this stuff is coming out. But I just, at the end of the day, I feel like there is a underlying thing that really is wrong with Bill, like something that Jax did that we just don't know what it is. And I would love to know exactly what she did to him for him to be this way. And I think it was the audacity for him to sit up there and think like, I'm going to do closing statements. Who does that? Who thought this was a good idea for them to go in there and actually think they could tell Jax that she's not going to do her own closing statements after we get here? You just didn't even want to put Ozzy on the stand. What happened with Ozzy on the stand is probably what's going to save Ozzy's life. And although we were all uncertain, even Jax, it worked its way out. And you want me to let you do closing statements and you'll probably get up here and say some dumb stuff and mess it up? Like, no, somebody's life is on the line. Bill needs to sit down somewhere and he just needs to be real about what it is. And maybe just chase your own dreams, Bill, and stop putting everything on Jax. Like whatever she does is going to keep you from getting there. They're just using you anyway. At the end of the day, you'll be just Jax is great at what she does, right? So you're telling me that they want to get rid of somebody who's great at what she does because she's difficult to work with. But then what do you think they're going to do with you? You're always going to have to be a yes man. And I don't get why he can't even see that part. I'm never going to be a yes man. I'm sorry. Can't do it. And I don't understand why Bill don't see it.
I don't know about the mask or whatever under the bed, but a mask in general, I wouldn't put it past the Billable Bill with his black wife, biracial kids, sleeping with Sally, looking at Jack sideways to not even like black women. Who knows? Who knows? He might feel the way. Like, how dare you get this position? That was supposed to be me. I don't know. Because who said it's got to be like some other thing? It could just be that. Lawrence?
Jax, and your invincible decisions are not going to help me get onto that building. At the end of the day, I really feel like for Bill, it's a black and white issue. I also feel like for him, he's came in second place his entire life. Now you got these other partners. You got these white men, black and white. You got these white men that want to help elevate you, right? Even at the cost of canceling out their number one lawyer. Bill sees opportunity. He sees a window. Even though we know he's married to a black woman, he's sleeping with another black woman, we get it. But still, it's a power struggle that Bill is facing. And I think it's also with the whole mental aspect. I think he has some, like y'all said, mask, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's some mental demons he may have himself. Because we've seen him in the show with those crazy eyes all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? But Bill cannot be trusted. He claims he's on Jack's side. We will see. We will see.
I can't wait. They need to come on with this finale. I need questions that need to be answered. That's all I'm saying. But before we get to where we need to get to, Mama had to make her presence be known. I couldn't come on down to the courthouse or nothing. I didn't need to be there. Couldn't come there. Couldn't do that, son, because I just was unsure whether or not, until this very moment, all your life, I've been looking at you sideways. Did you kill the family dog and do other things? Who knows? I've always known that you've been a little shaky, a little bit off your rocker. You need to maybe be medicated, get more help, and I ignored it. And most of the time in their conversations, he's fixated, like, I didn't protect you from that heifer. I didn't protect you in that way. I didn't protect you when you were 13. I didn't protect you when you were 18. Oh, Mom, it wasn't me. I know, son. I know. I know now who it really was. Lady, I don't believe anything. I just thought it was very peculiar that she just couldn't. Why wouldn't you want to be at the courthouse? Why? Why wouldn't you be there to support him? None of y'all? Like, yeah, none of us are coming. I'm not coming. Daddy was there. Daddy was down there. Mama was not. Chrissy was not. Why? Why are you hiding? What are you hiding, ma'am? But she comes over here, I love you, Ozzy, and gives all these hugs. Ashley, what this lady want? What does she want?
Girl, to cover her tracks with Kristen. Because that's the only way she's missing that. Is because you helped spirit her away. To get her out there at that cabin or wherever she went, she needed a cover, or y'all had a conversation, or something ran long. That's the only thing I think would have kept her from seeing him testify. That was huge. She's been there for every single piece of this trial, and the most important time she's not there is because she was tied up in some mess. I think it was, Kristen, you gotta fix this. You gotta take the blame. You gotta do something for this to happen. I think this was bargaining and negotiating with her. I also think this is why we get, I believe you, son. I believe you now, son. I think there's a conversation that we'll see in the finale that happened between her and Kristen. I think that's the only way because her love is so performative, right? So there's no way that in the public eye, she wouldn't be the mom that was by her son every step of the way, unless it was something super important, something super integral to whatever was happening, and to save her own skin or his. So yeah, I believe this conversation, girl, apologize for you not getting me the help I needed when you knew I needed help. Like, all this other stuff I don't buy. She's fake as hell. But I mean, it did something for Ozzy, maybe. I don't know. I think he needs to disown his whole family once this is over. You don't need contact with any of these people. Start over, Ozzy.
Check on the husband. Check on the dad. Like, is she putting hands on you? You a little too complacent. EJ, what's up with the mama? Why did she come here?
Girl, I don't know. I honestly felt like when it was all said and done, like she wants to make, I think that she wants to be on the right side of this when it's all said and done. Because I mean, right now she's been so up and down, and I've always felt like she's just literally been following the money all this time. I need to be on the right side of this. I need you to see that I've been here in your corner this entire time. Let me apologize for all the things that I did wrong. and make this big amends and make this huge big gesture. And when it's all said and done, you're probably still going to let me be your manager because I feel like you're going to get off of this. Like, that's the only thing I could see, because I don't trust her and I don't believe anything she says is sincere. Everything has to do with Ozzy and his career. I feel like if she makes this play, then of course Ozzy's gonna, because it's all he ever wanted. Y'all see the way Ozzy looked at her? Like, Ozzy is looking at her like,
Yeah.
like, damn, mama, like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, finally, you see me. And I feel like this just puts her right back in that. I think it's all about control. And I think that this is another way that she can insert her way back into his life and control that career that she is so proud of. And that that's what she's been doing this entire time. And he finally tried to break away, and she trying to make sure he don't. That's what I think. I don't trust her.
Oh, Heifer, if you really killed that family dog, just say that. Lawrence.
Wow. First of all, RP to little old dog. For me personally, I felt like this was genuine. I felt like the mom was real. I felt like the mom realizes that, yeah, a lot of this is at my feet. I didn't believe you, but the dog situation, I failed you all those years. I personally thought that she was telling her truth. And I felt bad for Ozzy because I kind of felt like this is what he'd been waiting for these 25 plus years. Is just this moment between him and his mother, because he even said, it's tough being in the world. I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, we think he was talking to Jax, I think, or the counselor, one of the two. But he was just saying, it's tough being in this world, but the only person who you love the most really doesn't believe in you. He was talking about his mother, you know what I'm saying? So I believe it's legit. Again, the mother, it's a tough situation because I know I said earlier that I think that the mother and the sister may have done something about Wendy, but this is what the show does. They play with your emotions. Sometimes you don't know, sometimes you do, and I just felt bad for him in that situation right there.
Lawrence, the way I could care who killed Wendy, I'm trying to figure out who did everything to Ozzy. I don't care nothing about Wendy. I don't care if we solve her murder. They didn't do a good job endearing us to Wendy. I don't give two damns about Wendy, which is sad. She's the one who lost her life. I want to know who's been playing and manipulating Ozzy, and if he's a manipulator and complacent as damn something crazy. Like, oh yeah, we are here for Wendy. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't have to linger here. I just wanted to mention Jackson and closing arguments and the way she ran down them two partners. Because who you talking to? Who are you talking to? The way you thought she was gonna do some closing arguments, Bill? Did you really? Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. What? You thought you had some control? These partners, you thought you were gonna come in here and have some control and tell me what I was and wasn't gonna do and what Bill was gonna argue down at the trial that I've been. Are you crazy? The fact that you would even risk it. You're talking about me just being, oh, you fly off the handle, you risk it, all you're doing, but you would allow Bill to step in the front, who hasn't been here putting in the work and knowing this case inside and out, and who has been just in denial of everything that I've tried to do every step of the way, though it's been working. Really? You was going to put Bill in the front? That was insane, but Jack's going to show up in that courtroom. I say, go on, back that little jurors, go on, do what you need to do, go on, set him free, whether he did whatever. This is too good for y'all not to let him walk away. It's solid as hell. Ashley, how did you feel about these arguments?
They were cool. Like, yeah, I mean, Jax is going to read somebody at the firm once a season. It's bound to happen. So, yeah, and I think she did a good job, with the case. We'll see what happens. I mean, it would be interesting if everybody's hopes are riding on this and he does get convicted. I'm really wondering if they're going to subvert expectations, because, like she said, I got receipts. I win everything. I bring the money. I bring the cases. I bring the wins, and I can prove it. But can you prove it this time? I think that would make for an interesting finale and an interesting setup for the following season.
EJ?
Jax won this one, y'all. I'm sorry. Jax had to have won this one. The only way is if that jury is bought by somebody that we don't know. But that jury ate this up. And I think her closing statements were great. Would it be crazy if that happened? I think so. But I just really feel like Jax brought this home. Like, I feel like she did. And come on now. I don't know. They've never been able to control her. I don't know why they thought that was even a thing. Like, you think just because both of y'all come in there, her name on the building too, that means something at this point. Stop playing.
Lawrence?
Jax told them that I have the receipts, and yeah, she ate Bill and those partners up. And that closing statement, she did what she needed to do. I think she did a great job with that. But there's a part of me that feels like potentially, and I think a lot of people already been thinking about this right here. If she loses this case, this will set her up. I really do believe for her to start her own firm. But
Yes.
I can't.
Oh,
I hope she does that because I feel like these partners belittle her a lot. You know what I'm saying? She kind of knew it. Now the truth was definitely revealed when she had to approach him. Like, yo, how are you going to put him above me? It took me 8 years to get here. It's taking him 6. Why is he being elevated so quickly? And my name is on the building. Let's just think about that for a second. Is it the whiteness? Like, what is it? But yeah, I hope she can get. I hate it for Ozzy, and I could be wrong. She very well could win it, and they still made him giving her own firm. Only time will tell. But I think more than anything, I want her to get their own firm. I'm tired of her playing, you know, cutesy with these partners right here.
yeah, we have all. It's great. The grandstanding is great, and she's right about what she brings. But it's like, baby, if it's all of that, go where you're valued, or go, be
Mhm.
independent. The people will come. You're a winner.
Yep.
And last slide here. I've done terrible things. I just want to get it on. Let's just go. I don't have anything to add to this. I was more so mad at Daniel that he took his ass all the way on down to the cabin. I said, Daniel, why are you there? Call some people to go there. Like, what? You're not a crisis negotiator. What are you doing here? What are you gonna do if she turns on you? Like, of course, it's the prospect of us getting more information and us telling us, what all she's done, and we do get this view about how Ozzy loved the dog more than me, and that I don't know. For the most part, I feel like Kristen was probably covering some things for mom or just doing some things in the name of mom because we have to make sure we protect Ozzy like we always done. You not that important. Don't take that charge. Who knows? Ashley, where's this going?
Down the drain with Daniel hurt somewhere, probably half buried in the backyard at some point. I think we'll hear the whole story. I think she'll give her confession to Daniel, and he'll be the first one to know everything that happened. Now, how this is going to play out, I really hope he survives. I think he adds something to the show, but definitely we'll get our montage, we'll get our flashback at the beginning of next episode, and it'll be Kristen unburdening herself to Daniel. I mean,
Mm.
I wasn't surprised. Y'all know I knew this. I've been saying this. She felt he was always the golden child, and I was always left in the shadows. I've done very, very bad things. What bad things have you done, sister? Daniel will try to talk her off the ledge. I'm here for you, Kristen. I love you, girl. But Daniel, you said in your journal, let me pull the page out, that you needed what it was. She's hiding something. But no, she'll unburden herself. And now what happens after that? I don't know, but give me the montage, give me the flashback, show me everything that happened and everyone who did it with you, Kristen. Because mama probably finds out very early the nature of her daughter and uses her as the punisher.
Mm.
That's what seemingly happened with Alex. Seemingly happens with publishers. Seemingly has happened throughout the whole season. So how long has Kristen been the enforcer? Is my question. But I hope it'll have to come out next episode. So I'm ready for it.
Lawrence.
Wow. So the sun, moon, and the stars all revolve around Ozzy. But when we was at the family reunion, didn't nobody want to see me. They only want to see Ozzy. That's how Kristen felt her entire life. Basically having to play a background actor in her own family, right? This is nothing but jealous, hate, and envy at the end of the day, and it's going to cost her big time. She more than likely will be behind the slammer and Daniel, my boy, my boy. You just can't wake up. He just so caught up in it. It would be great if he does end up getting hurt, just for the sake of the fans, and we could just have these theories of, oh my gosh, Kristen hurt him. But I mean, we'll see how that plays out. But he's in too deep. But he swears up and down he loves her. He can change her. I really think he's gonna come to Jax and try to say something like, I can change her. I can work with her. It's not gonna be that easy, Daniel.
Hmm. EJ.
When it's all said and done, Kristen is a product of what her parents made her. And I'm not even going to blame daddy because we know daddy don't have no real power. We're going to stick right here with the mama. She's a product of that. Kristen definitely had an issue, had a problem. I'm pretty sure Kristen is the one who poisoned the dog and did all the things. And Mama learned this on a long time ago. She knows this. Like, she figured it out. She comes with that whole thing, I believe you, I believe you. But I think she'd been knowing that it wasn't Ozzy per se. I believe she's always known that Kristen had a little bit of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in her. And it is what it is. And I think that Kristen actually has a point about how they've treated her. They've treated her like when you have someone in your family that's a star and you revolve everything around him, if you have another child, you have got to pour into that child as well. If you do not, they end up like a Kristen, right? Feeling like the only thing that they're good for is to clean up after Ozzy's messes and to do the things that whatever Ozzy needs. She's the one who knows all the passwords. She's the one who has to go get she's the one who has to do all of these things. But what about Kristen? What about what Kristen wants? What about her hopes, her dreams? What about what she wants? I bet you her parents ain't never even asked Kristen what she wanted. She just had to be a part of this family business that was Ozzy. And she never even got a choice in it. And because no one ever poured into her, she had to do this, right? That's where the money is. I can't do anything else. Now, I'm not saying that Kristen couldn't have just picked herself up and done her own thing. Okay, I'm being a little dramatic. I get that. But I'm saying that as a kid and you're here in this family who only puts Ozzy's needs ahead of yours, I can imagine her growing up to be a jacked up adult. Period. It is what it is. And I hate that for her. But when it's all said and done, she just gonna have to go in there and face Bertha. Ma'am, you the one who made this choice. It is what it is. Now you about to be Bertha's bitch. I mean,
DJ, please bring it out the chat. So doing things. Be my father. She said, "You always on the road. Did nobody want to be my mom?" But y'all, that was the episode. We will definitely be back for the finale. Lawrence, I'm going to come to you. Tell the people what you got going on and what I need to come support you at.
Wow, we are down to the nitty gritty. We got one more episode of Reasonable Doubt. Check out my review. I did my latest review on this episode of Reasonable Doubt. Also did a review on Tyler Perry's new movie, Finding Joy. Very likable, for a holiday season. Also check out my thoughts about potential Dancing Idris becoming our next Black Panther. And I'm ready to get this case over with, y'all. I can't wait to see how episode 10 is going to be. I think it's going to be very explosive. You can make sure you subscribe to my channel as well.
Thank you, Lawrence. EJ.
Hello. Great episode, great conversation as usual. So as for me, I just did an All's Fair review on my channel. Just my quick thoughts of what I thought of it. I also did a live over it. I'll be doing Power tomorrow. Book 4, Force Lord is ending. I'm just trying to finish it up. And then I did Family Business live. I did that as a live recap, so check that out. And I'll have some more content over the Family Business out this week. Subscriber Theory video. And I think I did, Talamasca. I've been talking about the Talamasca, so definitely check out that. And I think that was it. Anything else, just go turn on the notifications, check out the channel, all the things. Thank y'all.
Thank you, EJ. As far as we are concerned, y'all keep those notifications on. Immediately after this, we will be talking about a brand new show available on All Black called Grit. So be there in a moment to join us getting into that and see if you like the show and want to watch it. Tomorrow we'll be getting into the Braxtons, Lord, our blockbuster movie night. And I'm not sure if we have anything Sunday, but Monday.
Ready to Love.
Yeah, that's the one. Ready to Love Sunday, y'all. Ready to Love on Sunday. And Mondays, we'll be getting into the latest episode of Dairy. So be sure to support us doing that. But I'm going to take you guys out of here, and we'll see you guys for the finale. Everybody have a good night.
Night.
She said she my eye, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can help it. I'm good as fuck. I've been on these bitches neck so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my business. You might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on today, sing every word of up tomorrow.